Hey, I just got finished making the video, and I thought I would add something to the front of this to give you some direction before we get started. But basically, you've got your ad or your post. So this is going to be a post or an ad, and it could be the same thing because you could do a boost post. And then you've got a goal, and this is what you want to achieve. So this is going to be anything from a lead to a purchase or a view. And views matter because of the pixel. So you get a view on your pixel and you can retarget people. And the retargeting campaigns are the cheapest campaigns you can have. And what happens with those is if you do your ads right, you'll get a lot of engagement and people will click on it. And then you can set up different pixel triggers based on, if they click other links on the page and things like that, and then target them from there. So for instance, let's say you do an article and it's something like, getting the most out of QuickBooks. And then on the side, you put some links for content. And maybe one is like, if you're a secretary, here's the top 10 tips for, getting through the day with QuickBooks. And then there's another one that's, if you're a boss, here's the top 3 tips you need to make sure you get the most out of QuickBooks. And so you have pixel view events for those, and those will give you a targeting group for remarketing on specifically, a boss versus a secretary. But the way you'll do this is you'll take each of your goal types, and sometimes and mostly they're going to be all of them for any post. And you're going to create 2 versions of every ad. So it's going to be either a different audience or a different grouping somehow of each ad. And it's always a conversion. So you're looking for a conversion on Facebook. You have a conversion goal, and then you have a different audience for each one. And then this one here is a Facebook specific one that is called interaction. So you're actually targeting interaction on your post because you need to get interaction up on your post to lower your cost. And there's two kind of caveats with that. The first one being you want to make sure that there is a very low negative interaction on your post, and you want to make sure that the first 2 comments are positive. And then if you're doing a review post, so let's say someone wrote a review of your product, when the person clicks on that, if it's only 100% positive, they're going to be less likely to buy. So you want to have some of the bad points in there as well. So if someone sends you a review, or you ask your customers for a review and they send it to you, and then it is not 100% positive, that's actually a good thing. So you want to create your different ads, and you'll see in the video where I have several ads for the same conversion goal, but have different audiences attached to them. Of course, they all point to the same place. And then depending on what happens on your landing page, and actually you can point these to different places as well, depending on how your post, if you're doing a post or an ad. But generally, let's say it's a post and you're going to do point to the same place. On your landing page, you can have a lead generation form and attach your pixel code to the button or to the page. And then you can have a purchase pixel code on your thank you page. And then you have a view pixel code on the actual landing page that they come to. And then what you add to this is, like I was talking about before, you have your links. So each link will have an event, and I'll show you how to make the events in the video. So it might be a little bit confusing, but overall, if you get the overall concept, you should be able to move forward. And then I also had some problems with my setup on Facebook, which I'm getting straightened out. It's just going to take a little time. So with that being said, here's the video. Okay, so I thought I'd throw this together really quick for you. I had a lot of problems getting here, which basically has to do with my Facebook business manager account. I did the original setup as per their instructions, which basically was if there's a more than one domain, then you put it on all domains. So you can see I've got this on all domains. And now they've got it set up where they want the pixel on separate domains. So it's going to take a while to kind of straighten out my account and to get that started in the right direction. I put all the pixels that actually tie back to the site in any way on the site, and then that lets me advertise, which actually I'm setting up right here. So you can see I'm using this particular pixel, and we're going to go forward on that, and then we're going to set up a advertisement here for a funnel, which actually I think the easiest way to find this is to grab it from somewhere else. So I'll put in this advertisement here, which should get still running into a problem with the WebP pictures. So this part's got to be fixed, and we'll skip this. I'll just set this up like I was going to regularly do it. Now this is from the front end, so it does make things a little bit different. And basically you can set up different things. Now what gets you the cheap ads right now is doing conversions. I'll show you what I've done down here. So I've got a ad for a contest or a giveaway. And if you look on the boost section, let's just go to promotions. You can see we're actually boosting the same ad 3 different times. Now they have 3 different goals and 3 different audiences. And what's important there is what's going to happen is you advertise for a engagement audience, and you try to target an engagement audience. And then you advertise for a clicks the link audience, or goes to your website, or makes a purchase, or something that is what you desire. So generates a lead, makes a purchase, goes to a website. And then you do the same thing again for each of those things, those desired actions, until you have each baseline ad. And what I'll actually end up doing is I'll add more ads here. And you want to have 2 ads for each action and each audience. And so these are my baselines where right now I have 2 engagement audiences and 1 link click audience. And you can see what's happening. So on this audience here, we're spending 4 cents for an engagement, and then and that's a post engagement, and then the link click one we're spending 18 cents, and then on this other post engagement audience we're spending 83 cents, which indicates that the targeting is wrong. But the targeting is going to get better because as the Facebook pixel kind of gets its data, we'll get a better sense of what what we've got. Now I'm going to try and show you this. It's not going to work because, like I said, things aren't set up right. But you should be able to get enough information from here to get started on your own. Let me find the right... DFT, okay. So inside of your ad manager area, you would come over to make a new ad and do campaign. Now you can see I've got this errors here, and that has to do with the pixel problems I was describing. So you go to create, and I'm on a quick creation. There's a guided creation, which is probably what you'll see. If you click this quick creation, I think it actually makes it easier, and that's kind of a preference thing. You would follow the same steps, but you're going to put in some kind of name that's meaningful to you, and then a date. So let's pretend we're going to do that giveaway ad. So we do the first two initials of the company, and then today's date. And then we're going to go down to campaign objective and select conversion. And then we'll just name the campaign the same all the way through. So we paste this here and here. And I'm not going to create this one right now. I'm going to click on another one. So we've actually got this one running right now, even though it's very, very messed up. And I'm not going to add more to it like I normally would. But here on the ad set area, if we click on edit, it'll pop out this window here. And this is where you pick your conversion type. So you would click on, I'm going to actually close this one out, and then if you click on the box, you can pick which conversion type you want. And here's where the planning comes in. You've got to set up your conversions for each area, and it's got to be correct. And if you can see here, so I've got 7-in-1 review view, and then I've got it set to a URL contains, and then I put the URL part of the URL in there, and then that will fire off the pixel event. And I've got that set as a conversion goal. And what you'll do here is, so there are obviously some errors, but what you'll do here is you'll set this up, and then you'll set up your conversion goal and everything, and then you'll go in and edit your audience and edit your bid cap based on what kind of feedback you're getting from your stats. And we're not going to get very good stats on this one right now because of the problems I'm having with the pixel. But you can see my bid cap is set at $1, but it's actually creeping up to $1.02. And when it's doing that, my reach and my impressions is dropping. So as I change these though, and see right now it's in a learning phase, and it's looking for 50 conversions to finish its learning phase. But if you come in and change this before the learning phase is done, you'll reset the learning phase, and you'll actually get some free traffic from that, because they'll give you free traffic for the learning phase. I think I clicked that wrong. I don't know if the edits are going to work because, like I said, I've got problems with my pixel, and Facebook knows it because it knows about these errors, and actually we just got more errors. Yeah, so they know about the errors and they want me to fix it before I start changing things. So I'll come back and do that, but let me just show you how to set your events real quick. Because what you'll do is you'll set this for each page of your funnel, and depending on how your funnel's set up, there's two ways to set your events. You can look for a URL, or you can put the code into your funnel. So we'll go to this pixel, which is not even the one I was just showing. Let me just show you the one I was showing you actually. Let's do that. So we've got the DFT pixel, which is Dragonfire Tactical. And then we've got these custom conversions. And the way you make those is you create a custom conversion, and then you would put part of your URL into this custom conversion contains. You'd name it, and then select a category if it's a, added to cart, initiate checkout, that kind of thing. And then you'd create it. And here's a good example of one. This is, wait on it to load. So this is my scene order page, which is an initiate checkout. And this is after you've come to my funnel. If you've entered your email and then you get to the order form, then I know because you've gone to the URL with the order form. Now on this particular one, because I've got this pixel on different sites, and because I'm trying to fix the issues I have, I didn't just say order form in my include. I went ahead and did the entire domain after www all the way out to order form. Now the way that works and looks in real life, and actually, see, it won't even let me get there unless I start the funnel the right way. So if we do free offer, and you can see it added a little bit of an extra here. But if we look at this other one, scene landing page, oh, and actually, see, this is already changed because I edited some things. So I've got to go back and fix this, and I've got to fix the order page one. Let's see if this actually works still. Yeah, so we get order form, but what I wanted to show you is there's a lot of things that get tacked on the end of that. But it's just going to look at whatever we put in there. So for this particular instance, we've got survival stamina order form. And what happened here is, ideally, I want to go in and create a new pixel and add account for the survival stamina. But because of the way things are right now, Facebook has put a limit on how many ad accounts I have. And I talked to support, and it's going to take like 30 days for everything to straighten out, and he said it's a automatic process, so we just gotta wait the time for the business manager to do it, because no one can manually do it. And it sounds weird, but I'm like, okay, whatever, you can work around this. So I hope that kind of sets you in the right direction. I know it's a little bit confusing, but if you set up your events and you think about what they are, so you have like your scene landing page is a view content deal, and then your next, seeing the order initiate checkout is like seeing your order form. But when they actually place the order, then it becomes a purchase, and you can attach a value. Forgot what I was gonna say. All right, well, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.